Okay, so we're going to create now a program based on the given example. So based from here, okay, this is now our given example. This is now our flowchart. Then we're going to convert this into a code. Okay, so okay, we have now this one. Just open your DevC software, and then you click here. Okay, then type new and then source file. Okay, and then the first thing that we're going to do is again this one. Let me minimize this one. If I can minimize this one, okay, I will also try to minimize the um, this one so that you will see. No, okay, let me try to minimize this one so that you will see the result. No, I don't know how I'm going to. Okay, let's na lang. So take note here, we have here the start. Okay, so start. So what are the codes that is part of the start? So this start will include the header files. Okay, or the libraries of the program wherein you can find the different functions of your program. So for start, so what are the codes here? So these are the codes for start. So you have number, include, okay, IOStream. IOStream now is the header file for functions like cout and cin. Okay, cout, it refers to the output. Okay, we're talking about basic output input command. So a basic output command is a function cout, okay, in programming, and the basic input command is the function cin in programming. Okay, so the functions cin and cout, those functions are found in the library IOStream. Now take note that different functions of programming, it has also different libraries. So there are so many libraries now that needs to be included later on if your program is already quite complicated. So you will see a lot of libraries later on. But for now, we're just going to do the basic IO or input output. So basically, we'll just be using the basic cin and cout command. Okay, so that is part of the no, start. Now this is initialization. Okay, this is declared globally because this is outside, but you can also declare this one locally. No, pwede po nato siya i-declare sulod sa functions, or we can declare this one outside. But for me, what I'm going to do, since isa ka function lang man, basic program man ta, so I am going to declare this inside, meaning global siya. I mean, local siya, local. Okay? Sulod siya sa function na ko i-declare ang integer b, integer h, and float a. Okay? So, first, this all flowchart will be in one function. So, we're going to create the function here. So, our function is integer main. Okay? Usually, if you're going to create a main function or a main menu, so we're going to name that one as main. And then we are going to what? Enclose our function with, as I said kanina, open and close parentheses. Okay? So, in between the open and close parentheses is the content of your function. Okay? Content of your program. So, kanina, we have this one, initialization of our integer b and h, float a. This will be inside the function. So, I'm going to declare this one now, integer b, comma, h. And then, since separate ang data type sa a, so we're going to end always with a semicolon. Okay, that's part of the syntax. You're going to end your line always with a semicolon. So next you have floats and then a. Okay, now when you're going to declare a variable, there's a difference between a small letter and a capital letter. Okay, So if your declaration is small letter and then during the coding you're going to use a capital letter, that will cause an error. Okay, mag-error siya. Kasi it's particular about the size of the uh, tawag kani mga variables. Okay, that's the next part. Okay, what will be the next part in our flowchart? The next part in our flowchart is this one. Okay, display area, this one, display area, display formula, and display enter as well as base. Okay, so kana siya itong i-display. So if you're going to use the word display, okay, the equivalent function to this sa programming is cout. Okay, cout siya. So what we're going to do is display this one, area of the triangle, formula, enter, and then base. Okay, so therefore cout. Okay, then we have first area of the triangle. Okay, triangle. And then we're going to put /n. Okay, /n, that means one line down. Okay, pag duha ka /n, but pasabot 2 lines na ang iyang i-down. Okay, because in our output, if we're going to look at the output here, so first line here, second line, third line, fourth line. So what we're going to do to make one line down, so mabutang taog /n. Okay, so /n, then end with semicolon, and then cout. And then you have, next is, you have formula. Okay, formula. And that is area is equals to, you have b times height, and then divided by 2. Okay, that's the formula now. Okay, then end with the semicolon, and then cout. Okay, next is we have the, ang susunod sa cout, enter the following, no? Or enter. Okay, enter. And then we have also end. Okay, semicolon. Now if you're not going to put here a /n, so what will happen here? So take note, by the way, that you're going to put a /n inside your quote. Okay, dapat nasa siya sulod sa quote. If you're not going to, what do you call this one, if you're not going to put a, okay, just kali lang ha, ko lang siya bakuan. Okay, if you're not going to put a /n here, no, inside your code, what will happen, lahi ang interpretation niya sa /n, that will not be tawag ani ka ng i-recognize niya as a command for one line down. Okay, now next we have cout. Okay, and then you have, next is we have base, diba? Base. But take note that the base here, okay, you can see a spacing here. Okay, naka-spacing. Okay, by the way, enter na play spacing. So, pwede na to siya i-move. Okay, i-move na to space diya. Mag-move pa space diya. So, how are we going to do that sa program? So, what we're going to do, so, na-spacing siya daw. Pwede ta mag-literal na you just press this one, like this. Okay, your space bar. You can use the space bar, then you count the spaces you wanted to have. Or you can use the /t. /t means tab. Okay? Tab yan siya. So, /t, then you have the base. Okay? And then, okay, close quote, and then close with semicolon. Now, the next thing to do, okay, muna ni siya, no? Kalinga part, can cout, upat ka cout. Okay? Muna ni siya ang ato ang display. Okay? Display area, display formula, display enter, display base. So, upat ka buok. So, muna ni siya ang display nga equivalent sa flowchart, then equivalent put sa code. Next is input B. Okay, input, the function of input in programming is cin. Okay, so cin siya. So therefore, input taog B. So we have cin. Okay, B. Okay, this time you're not going to put it a quote rather, because this is not a display. Rather, this is an input. So your B is a variable, no, that you need to store a value. Okay, after input B, so mana input B na. Next input B is height. Okay? Display. Okay, display height. So display lang height. So what is the equivalent function of display? That is cout. Okay, cout, and then okay, para mo tunong siya or mo inline siya sa base, so slash t slash t, and then you have height. Okay? Yes. So, space lang para na spacing gamay para nag-enter naman sa value dili siya modikit sa height. Okay, enter. So, next, display height. Next, input height. Okay, di na ta. Input height. So, input height. So, cin, and then the variable that we assign for height is h. Okay. After that, so input tag height, okay, or h. Next is formula. Okay, we now try to solve for the area. So, solve for the area, process siya. So, therefore, you have a is equals to, okay, you have b, okay, times h, and then we divide that 1 by 2. Okay? So, area base times height times 2. Now, again, first thing first, you have to input the value of your b, you have to input the value of your height before you are going to solve, before you're going to calculate. Kasi if you're going to calculate, mauna imong area is equals to b times height divided by 2. Before ka mag-input og base, before ka mag-input og height, what will happen? Error. Mali ang imuhang answer. Okay? Muna siyang mahitabo. Next is, okay, human na ta karon og process. So, next is display the area. So, we're going to display the area. The word is area and also the value of A. Pila ang value niya, ato pa siyang i-display. So, to convert that to code, what will happen? So, cout, okay? Then, display man ta og area. So, area. Okay? Word ni area. And then, this at the same time, we're going to display the value. So, we're just going to put, okay, space here. Okay? Space lang ta. Para dili mo dikit ang value. And then, close. And then, type A. Okay? And then, close this one. Okay, what's the difference between displaying the letters or the statement and displaying the value? Okay, the difference is, take note of this one, cout area, because we're going to display the word area, so therefore the word area is enclosed with what? Quote. Okay, naka-enclose siya quote. But here we are going to display the value. Okay, pag i-display nimo ang value based sa result, you are not going to put this one into quote, no? Inside the quote rather. Kasi if we are going to put here ganyan, no? If we're going to put it this way, that means that this will display the A letter. Okay? A letter ang yang i-display. Kasi gibutang nimo siya sulod sa quote. But if you are going to remove the quote, what will happen here? It will now display the value of the area. Okay? Then, after that, we're going to what? Return 0. Okay? Return 0. We're going to return 0 simply because we're using the integer. Remember ganina, integer, pila ang bit size sa integer? That is, pila? 16-bit, diba? Character kasi 8-bit ang character. So, integer is 16-bit. Na siya value, so we're going to return that one to value 0. Okay? So, that is now the equivalent program. Usually, the return 0 is equivalent to this one, kaning end na. Okay? End. Okay, so, let's try to, okay, this is now your program, okay? Based on this given program, muna siya ang imong equivalent flowchart. Okay? Muna equivalent flowchart nito. And based on the given flowchart, converting this one, take note that we individually convert each display or each symbol, no, into code. Ato siyang gisa-isa og tawagan ni convert. So this is now your program. Let's try to see if the output is the same, no? The same with this one. Dapat mo niya tong output kasi mo niya tong desired nga output. Okay, so first you're going to click execute and then you're going to compile. Let us see if there are errors. Okay, so compilation class, it will just check for some errors, no, kung na mali nga error. So if there's none, it will just smoothly run, no. So we're going to create a file name. Say for example, first program. Okay, first program. Okay, mato ang first file name. Okay, save. Okay, we will see. Let us see kung na siya error. Let's wait. Okay. Okay, cout was not declared in this scope. So meaning class that cout daw, if that will be the case, that means wala siya, it is referring to the library. Okay? Meaning dili niya makita ang cout nga command dire. Okay? So let us try to fix this one. So standard. Okay, cout. Okay. Okay. So standard using namespace. Okay, standard. Okay. So nakalimot butang ani using namespace standard that will introduce your function cout and cin to kaning IO stream. So let us try to check again, compile. Okay. So in that case, kay niya nag-error to siya kasi nakalimot butang ani using namespace standard. Using namespace standard will introduce your cout and cin to IO stream na library. Okay? So wala na siya error. Close. And then let us try to execute again, and then this time we're going to run. Kanina we compiled to check some errors. Karon we're going to run the program. Okay? Okay, so mo ni siya. Okay, area of the triangle, formula, okay? Okay, what nganong linya mo enter? Okay, let us check. Okay, so enter, wala ta nagbutang diri og /n, no? Tama. So ato say close butang sa ta og /n. Okay? So enter this one, butang ta og /n diri. /n para mobaba ang base. Okay, enter base. Then also here, magbutang lang pud ta diri og /n, /t/n. Ngano magbutang tag /n diri? It's because para after inputting the value here sa B, automatic mababa na si height. Then input height, okay, okay. This one ato pud na siyang ibaba. So /t/n. So meaning double /t meaning tab, no? Kung pirang value si mong tab, say for example if the tab is equivalent to 10 spaces, therefore 10 spaces pud ang iyahang accumulate nga space. If 5 ang imong tab, then 5 spaces pud, okay? So let us again, every time you make changes class, don't forget to compile. Okay, then close, and then after that you run the program. Okay? Okay, so this time medyo na na siya, look at the okay, so ay formula, area of triangle, formula, enter the base and then height. It should be ingani yung output dapat, okay? Okay, so if this will be the area of triangle, formula, and enter base. Okay, base, say for example the base is, let's say 5. Okay, ang ato ang height, sige lang, ato lang usabon ang height na to class is, say for example let us say pila, let's say 10. Okay, gawas ang output at nakita. Why? It's because we are using the 5.0 version. Okay, 5.0 version. What we're going to do here, okay, before we return 0, we just, para makita nato ang output, kasi nagpakita ta siya output, kaya lang gawas dayon siya, ni-exit. Okay, so what we're going to do, we try to post for a while. So how we're going to do that? We're going to use the word getch. Okay, getch means get character. So it will wait for an input. Okay, it will wait for an input before it will exit. Okay, mo na gamit sa getch character. Now again, we're trying to compile. Okay, error siya. So, ano nakabutang error? Getch was not declared in this scope. So, the same na siya ganina sa cout. So, meaning, kung ani gayang pasabot nga getch was not declared in this scope and getch is a function, it only means that it needs a library. Kasi lahi pod ang library ni getch. Okay? Pag function gani siya class, tapos nakabutang siya diha nga was not declared in this scope, nangita na siya og library. So, what is now the library of Getch? So, we're just going to put here, okay? Wait lang. Okay, so have number, include, we have conyo.h. So, that is the library, no, for Getch, conyo. Ay, ugyapon na siya. Input output. Okay, so let's compile. Okay, so wala na siya error, di ba? Kasi we were able to solve already the error. Okay, and then let's try to again run. Okay, say for example, again kanina you have 5 our base, and then our height is 10. Okay, so the area now is equivalent to what? 25. Okay? So, 25 ang area. So, nakita na nato ang iyang area. Okay? Now, let's try to resolve this one. So, okay. So, we now get the area. So, meaning, mogid siya ang ato ang na buhat nga output. Kaya lang ang height, ato lang siyang isibog ang area. Ato lang po na isibog. So, muna itong output dapat. Okay? Which is, we were able to achieve the output. Kaya lang, kanina ato lang siyang isibog. Now, how are we going to exit? So, again, nag-get man time and get characters, it will wait for an input. So, what we're going to do, if you're going to press anything in your keyboard, say for example, I'm going to press anything, no? Like for example, enter. Mag-press ko enter, mo exit na siya. Okay? Mo exit na siya. So, why is it na wala siya magbaliktad at nagpayabutang? Dapat mag-una tawag /n, okay? /n, tapos /t. The same thing for this one. So, mag-una ta og /n, meaning one line down sa ka before ta mag-tab. Okay? Let us try to again compile. Okay, close, and then let's try to execute or run the program. Okay, again 5, enter. Okay, you see? So ni-align na atong height. Okay? Then 10, take note ni align na pud ato ang area. Based sa ato ang gusto nga output. This is the output na to, di ba? Mo-align siya. Okay? Now, for the spacing, kaman di bahalaan na, no? Kung sa imong spacing ibutang. So, if take note na, 1t lang ta diri, di ba? 1t /t. So, diri, duha ta ka /t. So, meaning, times 2 lang niya ang distansya. Okay? So, that is now our output. So, based on the given program. So, what we're going to do here, we're going to find the area of the triangle, provided that the two sides are given, the base and the height. Okay, so that is how we are going to do the tawag ani kanang program. So first we have the statement of the problem. After the statement of the problem, we try to identify what will be the output, because when we were able to identify the output, it would be easier for us to now convert that one into flowchart. Pag nanapot tayo flowchart, it would be easier for us to convert this one into source code simply because we just follow the equivalent code for each symbol of the flowchart. Okay, like what we did. Okay, so mas dali siya. So we have now this one, muna to ang source code. Okay, and this is now our output. Okay, so if I'm going to press any key in the keyboard, automatic na siya mo-exit. Okay, so that is the first sample program, okay, that we have, no? So in the next few days, maybe we're going to have more examples, or maybe I'm going to give you activity related to this, in which maybe I'm just going to give you a problem, and also I'm going to give you a particular output, and then you're going to make a flowchart. At the same time, you're going to make a source code and also give me the screenshot of the output of your program. Okay, so that's all for now, and thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. God bless everyone.